The fearless Aisha Yesufu has a lot to say about Nigeria, as always. Now, this video you're about to watch was just recorded from yesterday morning. A truck and a warehouse stocked with food items was looted by residents in Abuja. And it seems like it's the latest trend, right? Just 2 days ago, a truck that was transporting food items belonging to Bolanle Company was looted in Kaduna. And it feels like we're watching 2020 happen all over again, but I don't even think this is 2020. I think this is something new that we're seeing. Nigerians are scaling fences, they're looting warehouses, and they're looking for food. And Aisha Yesufu observed that these scenarios are all leading up towards what she said is like a revolution. This is exactly what she said, and I quote, "When they are done attacking trucks, they will start with warehouses and shops, then estates and houses. The revolution has started," end quote. So this is a few things just to note. What we're seeing happen in Nigeria is definitely hunger, right? And it's desperation, and it's people feeling like I don't have enough and I have to get something. Now the thing is, whenever there is looting is like wildfire. Once one person does it, because of there's a mob and there's multiple people always feel like you cannot pinpoint one person and one person cannot be arrested for breaking into a shop. What is looting? It's a different term, but looting is essentially theft, right? You've gone into a place, you've taken something that doesn't belong to you, or you don't have permission to take it, and you've stolen it. We call it looting because looting can be, for example, maybe you're vandalizing a shop or something like that. But in this case, right now, what we're seeing is people are going into warehouses where there's food stored and they're taking goods that don't belong to them. I don't think it's a revolution. I think it's anarchy. I think that at the end of the day, systems are breaking down. And I understand what she means when she's saying a revolution has started, but I don't really think that the people are really fighting for the idea of change in Nigeria. I think they're hungry and they want to feed themselves. That is what they're fighting for. A revolution is you're fighting towards, or you're moving towards a place where you want systems and structures to change, right? Anarchy is a breakdown of order. And that's what this is. This is a breakdown of order. This is desperation to the highest order. Now, we're seeing a lot of people are complaining, and we've been talking about it, and I'm always updating you guys on the scoop on what's happening. We heard recently that in Jos, at a correctional center, inmates are protesting as well because their food rations have been reduced. So at some point, we can't just fold our arms and say, it's only the trucks, it's only in Abuja, or it's only in Kaduna, it's in all these places. The desperation is there, and we shouldn't say there's no desperation until it's at our doorstep. We have to recognize it quickly, right? Lagos State generally, because there's just a stronger law and order, you find that things don't really happen like that quickly in Lagos State. It's only during EndSARS that we saw a lot of chaos, but that doesn't mean that the government should feel like nothing is happening, because I often feel like it's not until something happens in Lagos State that people like the government is not going to take something seriously and they won't pay attention. What we've seen are little pockets of chaos, anarchy, and breakdown of law and order, and hunger is in the land. So the government needs to respond quickly. I don't think this is a trigger of revolution. I know people like the idea or the sound of a revolution. I always say that a revolution means war. A revolution means innocent lives will be lost. A revolution means the masses will be the victims. You and I don't have guns. We're not revolution. We're not militia. So let's be guided on this romantic idea of a revolution. What we're asking for is a government that is accountable and a government that has the ability to make the right decisions to solve the issues that are at hand. That is what I'm asking for. Let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Do you think that this is signs or the little seeds of a revolution? Comment down below and let me know. Aisha Yesufu is not done. She has something else to spill on presidents and religious leaders. What has the president got to do with our churches and mosques? Well, there's a backstory, and this is what it is. Apparently, a senior pastor in Abuja has found a way to link the current economic situation in the country with foretold events expected for the end times, basically in the Bible, right? He went on to encourage his congregation that they should not give up hope, that this is what was foretold in the end times. Now, Aisha Yesufu believes the government is behind this. She says that the government is deploying religious leaders to manipulate their congregation into believing that the current situation is normal and has been foretold in as per prophecy, signs of the end time. This thing that has been said, honestly, my opinion, and maybe I'm naive, I don't think that the government deployed clerics or pastors to say this to their congregation. Right now, pastors, churches, mosques, mosque are dealing with a situation of hopelessness, and they are looking for medicine. They are looking for words that will soothe their congregation and give them hope in the midst of these dark times. And when you think about that, right, they are going to look into their religious books, because they know that whether it's the people that are attending the mosque, members that are coming to church, believe in their religion, and they believe in the books that their religion have written about the end times. They believe in the words that their religion has written about the end times. So they are going to go to that Quran, they are going to go to that Bible, and they are going to look for some sort of words that explain what is happening, and then they are going to preach it back to their congregation. When someone comes to the mosque, they will preach it back to them now. They will teach them that this is what was said in the books. I don't think the government has time to be doing that kind of thing. But again, I'm naive. Do you guys think that the government is behind this? Do you think the government actually would go ahead and ask its pastors and the imams and the clerics and the teachers that they should tell the congregation, oh, make sure that you tell the congregation that this thing was said in the end times, so that, you know, the country is not riled up too much? Because we know the authority and the power and the influence that religious leaders have. You know, the pastor admitted that the situation is certainly bad, but he just kept saying that, oh, that people should keep the hope alive. I feel like this is a misinterpretation. I think we're reading in too much. I think that it's beyond that. I think it's simple imam, pastor trying to give their members hope based on what is being written in their religious books. Simple. Comment down below. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, this is what Aisha Yesufu thinks, and these are her interpretations of their statements. But are you in support of what Aisha Yesufu said, or do you think that the clerics and pastors are just doing what it is that they're supposed to do, which is give hope to their congregation members?